Hey there! Welcome to Life Noggin. Is it harder to find love than ever before? In this modern age of social networking and dating apps, surely it's easier to find love with the growing population. There are already over 7 billion people on this planet, so there is more people to choose from now. Any one of those 7 billion want to come over and eat some pizza bagels with me? So are more people better? Not according to the paradox of choice. Popularized around 10 years ago, this theory states that the more options a person has, the more likely they will not make a decision or be unhappy with the one that they choose. Rather than liberate someone with a greater freedom of options, we're so overcumbered with choices that we can't move. I knew I should have paid more attention to those dang notifications in Fallout. When it comes to the modern dating scene, one of the biggest places to find a ton of perceived options is the realm of dating apps and websites. Furthering the theory that more options isn't better, scientists recently found that the more dating profiles a person looked at, the more likely they were to remember details of the profiles incorrectly. And that's not very good if you're trying to find the love of your life. They also found that people typically expect more difficulty, less enjoyment, and more romantic regret when they have a lot of people to choose from. Their participants usually expected 20 to 50 choices to be ideal. Keep in mind, this focused on what people expect to happen, not necessarily proving what will happen. However, a separate study also said more online dating options were overwhelming, further making participants stray from what they wanted in a partner at the beginning of the study. So would it be better to have no options at all? That doesn't seem to work either, according to what scientists are calling the single option aversion. This is where a person is unwilling to choose an option, even an attractive one, when there are no competing options. Contrary to the paradox of choice theory, the single option aversion shows that the more choices, the better. So if you only have one option, it's probably going to be pretty hard for you to find true love. Unless that option is me, of course. Still got those pizza bagels. So this would mean that it's easier to find love now. Back in the past, transportation limited you to a very small social network, meaning you might have had only a couple of options, maybe even just one. But to conclude it was harder to find love back then would be assuming people back in time had the same thought process as we do now. Keep in mind, these psychological studies we looked at were done in recent times, not back in the 1700s. It's pretty tough to totally say if it's harder now than ever before to find love, even if the evidence seems to point that way. But there is one thing we know for sure. Many people have found love in the past, and many people have found love now. To all my love bugs out there, if love is what you want, then I hope you find it. And if you can't find any humans, there is plenty of Blocko to go around. So what do you think? Is it harder to find love than ever before, or do you think it's even easier in this modern age of technology? Let me know in the comments section below. This episode got me thinking. Is love even real? Why do we feel this intense sensation? There's actually a lot of science behind it, so you should check out this video. Let's start off at a chemical level. Scientists believe that there are 3 main neurotransmitters involved with attraction: dopamine, adrenaline, and serotonin. Dopamine makes you feel good, and it has the same effect on the brain as doing cocaine. Wow. Couples often show high signs of dopamine levels, resulting in higher energy, suppressed hunger, higher ability to focus, and less need for sleep. There's a link in the description if you're on mobile. As always, I'm Blocko. This has been Life Noggin. Don't forget to keep on thinking.